Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. Whether you're watching it live or you're watching it recording today, you're in for a special treat. Um, Myself and Dr. Kristal, we also have this special guest. I believe everybody should get some pen and paper because if you want 2024 to be the best year yet of your life, you definitely want to get your pen and paper and take notes from Miss Cynthia here. But I'm not gonna do the introduction for Miss Cynthia. I'm gonna let my amazing sister do this introduction to her friend, Miss Cynthia. So, Dr. Kristal, I'm gonna pass it to you, my friend.
Well, you guys are absolutely in for a big treat. How many of you know that God moves quickly? Is that nothing more than truth right there? Cynthia and I have known each other for it's about a year and a half now. And when we first met, it was an introduction from my father, who he met at a local networking event. So there's a golden key for you. If you want to meet really great people, start going out into your community and networking. My father, Dave Vance, is the master of it. And he met Cynthia Blackwell, and he was very smart and connected Cynthia and I together. Next golden nugget of learning success: connect them with someone when you meet them. And when I sat down with Cynthia, it was instant. We knew we were best friends for life, right? We did. We absolutely knew it. And she is a business coach. She's incredible. And when I met her, well, actually, well, you want to pull us both up, and I'm going to let her unmute. We'll have a little bit of a kind of go back and forth with Miss Cynthia. So everybody, if you would, welcome Miss Cynthia.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. I want you to know this fabulous lady also just came back from Puerto Rico with me. She flew in to really get who Partner Co is, who the owners are. No experience with network marketing at all, direct sales, none at all. And so, like, when we met, what did I tell you?
You said at one point you will join my team.
So
we'll see about that.
So next golden nugget is be bold, because fortune follows the bold. And I was bold, and I also spoke what I wanted into existence. I want you guys to know that Cynthia, a year and a half later, is a part of our team. What is your current title rank here with the company, Miss Cynthia?
Senior director.
Senior director.
And continuing to go up.
She's a brand new senior director. You guys, her team is on the move. She's super excited, but like, her skills and her knowledge. See, a year ago, I brought her in to teach with my team because she is the author of a book called The Magical Power of Three. It's an incredible book. It's all about success principles. And so I had her scheduled to speak to the team, to my team today. And then, just how God moves quickly, all of a sudden it presented an opportunity for Cynthia to step in here and share with all of you this information. And so, first of all, let's thank God that we are extremely flexible, and Cynthia was extremely flexible. But that's another golden nugget, is don't ever get so tied on to what you want that you don't let God move in your life. And
Absolutely.
so I believe that there's somebody in here today that is going to hear from Cynthia and be like, that is exactly what I needed. This call is for you. Is it for you? Like, if it's for you, give me a 1. Are you like, I need the next plan for 6? Like, I need to know what to do. I need a plan. Look at all these people.
There we go. Look at all them ones.
Look at all these ones. They're like, I need a plan. And so with that, I want to just open these doors for Miss Cynthia to share with you all, because what she has is going to totally transform your business, but also set you up for success. So, Miss Cynthia,
Okay, the floor is mine. Can I share my screen?
yes.
And there I am. Okay, so I put a PowerPoint together, my friends, so then that way you have something to come back to when after this recording. Okay, so you can watch it over and over again because repetition is key. Now, the simplicity of what I'm going to share with you today is going to surprise you and potentially blow your mind. Okay. Now, very importantly, is our handsome friend Anthony shared, get a piece of paper and a pencil out, get a piece of paper and a pen out, because it's very important that whatever resonates for you and excites you, that you go, wow, I like that, or oh, that makes sense. Take it from your head, and actually the physical action of writing it down is very important, because here's what will happen. Within 24 hours, you're going to forget 50 to 75% of what I share with you. And 1 week from today, you will have forgotten 95 to 100% of what I share with you today. And so this information and these tips are literally there for you. I've invested time and energy in putting this together and customizing it for you. Okay. Now, the other thing that I want to share is when we don't plan, we plan to fail. You have got to put a plan in place in order for you, and intention in order for you to execute and be successful. So with that, flex your muscles, get ready. Okay, let's do this. Now, when I'm talking to you today, I'm talking about real life, personal and professional. I'm going to focus 90% of my talk today and what I share with you on your professional life, meaning your income producing opportunities, okay? However, we've got to have balance in our success and balance in life. And so we cannot have success in our professional career or in our professional life, meaning making money, and then be unhappy personally, because it doesn't balance out. It's only going to weigh the good stuff down. And so as you're planning, you will be adding components of your personal goals and objectives, the full big picture of achieving success, wealth, and happiness by leveraging the magical power of 3. Okay. Notice laundry, work, the office, food, grocery store. What are we feeding our body? What are we feeding our mind? And then what are we feeding our spiritual self? Okay. Now, next, intentional. So I'm going to ask you to turn your phone off. I'm going to ask you to move distractions away from you and be intentional to invest this time in you. Next, my goal is to remind you of tools you have in your toolbox, give you new, but really both. So at the end, I'm going to ask you, was I able to do both? And all during the presentation, I'm going to be asking you to use some of your emojis and use the chat. Put questions in there, put some thumbs up, put some hearts, put some smiles. Let Anthony and all of us know, share with everyone you're getting something out of this. The more excitement and passion you put behind what is resonating for you, the higher chance it's actually going to help you and support you to achieve your goals, but not just achieve them, experience explosive waterfalls, big, huge mammoth success. Okay, are you ready? Let's roll. Okay. Learning styles. The reason why I'm mentioning this to you is selfishly for you, so you know what your learning style is, but very importantly, as we're building teams and as we're encouraging others to achieve success, both in their own lives and then also becoming a brand partner and joining the team. If we focus on all 3 of these for ourselves and others, we will teach faster, more effectively. Who likes fast, right? We want fast. We all want it quick. Did you know that the average attention span of a human being is that of a goldfish? 8.3 seconds, y'all. It's crazy, okay? So visual, I want to see it. So if we listen to people, they'll tell us, oh, show me that again, or can you say that again? And then very importantly, as we're training new people, as we're learning, let's talk about boards. Get on a call with them, walk them through it, show them, tell them, and then do it with them. The chances of it sticking are much higher, okay? All right, because after all, who has time to do something over again? Not me. And I know not you, okay? Now, the 3 objectives that I'm going to focus on with you as we spend this beautiful time together is number 1, me, myself, and I. You got to start with you first. We got to work on what's inside so we can project it out and attract, right? Our 7-day social media launch, right? We're using and leveraging attraction marketing. This is what I'm suggesting to you. Attract the people that you want, attract the success that you want. But first, we've got to start here to project it out. Okay, makes sense? Give me some thumbs up. Now, we're also going to touch on habits and beliefs, specifically related around your income producing activities. What are your habits? And then what are your beliefs around your habits? What I want to leave you with that as we continue is our habits feed our beliefs, and our beliefs drive those habits. Think about that one for a second, okay? Now, third, our top 3 categories. I'm going to be touching on what your top 3 categories should be for an annual perspective for 2024. And then very importantly, what your top 3 categories of focus are every single day, okay? Now, next, let's talk about your morning routine. If there was one thing that I wanted you to take from this presentation today in our time together, it's your morning routine. You have an opportunity every single morning to start fresh, because there isn't anything we can do about yesterday, and we can plan for tomorrow. But as we all know, life and God's plans and what he wants and his purpose, that's exactly what's going to take place. So every single morning you have an opportunity to set yourself up for success, or do the same thing over again and expect a different outcome. Make sense? So what does it look like? Number 1, feed your spiritual self first. Now, this is a prayer that I say every single morning when my eyes open up and my little 10 toes hit the floor. It's this: let the morning bring me word of your unfailing love, for I've put my trust in you. Show me the way I should go, for to you I entrust my life. That's my prayer. If you want to copy it, that's the biggest compliment, not only for me, but for him. So whatever your morning prayer is, however time you dedicate to feeding your spiritual self and setting you up for success, so then that way you can truly be the leader that God put in your heart to be, okay? Now next, your mindset. Today I am are the 3 most important, strongest words in any language. And by the way, we all say it, whether we say it out loud or we say it in our head, or we're listening to the crazy lady that's whispering mean things to ourselves, okay? Now, Kristal opened up sharing that she made some bold statements to me. I will tell you that one of the things that I have as a today I am affirmation is today I am taking bold steps. I am taking bold actions to achieve my goals, to live the life that I want and live the life that I deserve. Now, they don't have to be long words or a long sentence. Keep it simple. The KISS method. Keep it simple, silly. Today I am focused. Today I am determined. Today I will achieve success. Or today I'll share love and kindness. Whatever that looks like. But remember, these are 3 things that you are saying to yourself, and you are writing them down. Write them down. Now next, physical activity. You can accomplish these 3 things in 15 minutes in the morning, all right? Very importantly, stretching. I listen to scripture, do my yoga and my stretching. I go walking. around the property. We have 6 acres here in Central Florida. I'll go outside walking and again, listen to a little more scripture. Whatever that looks like for you. What is so important is that you're preparing your physical body to manage the stress that's going to come at you during the day. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when it comes towards you, right? Can I get some thumbs up on that one? That makes sense to you? Every day we have stress if we're driving in traffic, if, and the list goes on. If you've got kids, you got stress. If you've got laundry, you've got stress. If you own a home, you've got stress. If you've got a team and a new team member, you got stress, because I can guarantee you they're going to reach out to you today. How do I do this? It's in boards. Where do I find? It's in boards. Okay. So again, how you're managing the stress that's coming at you. Okay. Now, self-awareness. I opened this up with sharing with you to leverage attracting the energy, but start from within first. We've got to love ourselves. We are all on this journey and have come together. Our stories might be different, but the one thing that we all have in common is that we wanted something different. We wanted to feel great. We wanted to serve others, but very importantly is to take care of ourselves. So self-awareness is key to your continued success and experiencing waterfalls and explosive success. So what does that look like? Now, I practice DISC. There are a multitude of personality assessments, strength finders, all different kinds. I like DISC because of the simplicity of it. So from a personal perspective, y'all, my husband and I, we've got 6 kids, 5 girls and 1 boy, okay? And so talk about the different personalities in raising these kids. And then now the privilege of seeing them as adults continue to prosper and flourish. And then now learning my grandchildren's personalities, it is wonderful. Now, from a professional perspective, when we know who we are, then I'm going to also teach you how to quickly recognize someone else's personality so you can meet them where they need to be met, truly influence them and coach them on the best products to purchase to help them get healthy, as well as teach them and also lead them as they join your team. Okay, next. People connect with other people in accordance to their pace. Fast-paced people get other fast-paced people really quickly, and passive, more subtle personalities, more introverted personalities connect with their like-minded people, okay? And so, as you can see, these 2 personalities, everything about them is fast. They talk fast, move fast, think fast. Guess who I am? I'm fast. Everything about me is fast. Now, fast-paced people need passive-paced people in their life, okay? Because the other thing that I'm going to share with you is we cannot do this alone. You can get some things done on your own, but to experience true waterfalls and explosive success, we have to have accountability, but loving support accountability in our life. I don't remember your name when I hopped on the call, but immediately said, Dr. Kristal, I need your number because I'm in Florida selling drops and I need help. I need a tribe. I need a community. I need my posse. That's the whole point of when we're bringing people on, that we're introducing them to the circle of health. We're introducing them to others to help them. We need unity. We need people in the church to show us love and also hold us accountable. Okay. Now, again, these 2 people, fast-paced, talk fast, move fast. These 2 people are much more steady. Their walk, their talk, their thought process, everything. So me as a fast-paced person, when I do my 7-day social media launch and I've got someone say, hey, tell me a little bit about those drops. What are the case studies? What are the ingredients? They're telling me right here, they're this person. Now, if tell me more about the drops, how much are they and how long do they last? They're this person, okay? They're gonna make a decision quickly whether or not they're gonna purchase. This person's gonna take a few more days. So don't rush them, okay? If this is you, awesome. You're gonna get other people and you're gonna connect with these like-minded people very quickly. Now, people make decisions in accordance to their priorities, okay? Not just their pace, but what's important to them. Now, why am I sharing all of that? Because your planning process and your comfort blanket goes in accordance to your priorities. So if you're all about the facts, process, and logic driven, then you need a process, A, B, and C. This is why your morning routine is very important for you to have. Feed my spiritual self first, my 15 minutes, I'm going to turn the timer on. And then next, I'm going to do my affirmations and I'm going to say them out loud. And then third, I'm going to do my exercises. I'm going to prepare my physical body. It's important to have a process. So make sure that you do have a process. Okay. Now, these two people, it's all about emotion and people. If it's good for the people, if they feel good, then I feel good. If they like it, then I like it. If it's important that I like them and that I work with people that I like and respect. And it's also important to me that they like me and respect me, because if they don't like me, it drives me bonkers. I'm trying to figure out, well, it used to, not so much at 57, but that's a whole other workshop and presentation. Anyway, emotional people, they're emotional, they're all about people, and they're relationship driven, and they're very optimistic, okay? These two people also, it's very important that they have a process. Why? Because they will go off on a tangent and then go, oh, wait a minute, let me get back to, what was I doing again? Oh yeah, let me get focused. So again, both sets of groups have got to have a process. This is why the magical power of 3 is so magical and is so powerful, because our brain remembers in odd numbers, A, B, C, X, Y, Z. What are your top 3 goals and objectives? If this is making sense, give me some thumbs up in the chat, or just write a nice big little heart on your piece of paper for yourself, okay? Now, habits and beliefs. It doesn't matter what your personality is. We all have habits. We've got healthy habits and we've got some unhealthy habits, right? Are there any habits that you would like to get rid of or you would like to modify that are not supporting your goals, right? That are self-sabotage. And there are those times where you catch yourself doing it, right? And then there are those beliefs. So let's define them so we understand what they are. So a habit is literally this: a settled or regular tendency, right? A practice, especially those that are hard to give up. Smoking, eating the wrong foods. We're hungry, we immediately just go grab for this instead of planning our meals, instead of planning and setting ourselves up for success, okay? So we eat, we all have that habit, we have to eat. So what are little things that we can tweak along the way? So what is a habit made of? Here's the magical power of 3, y'all. It's everywhere in our life. So number 1 is the trigger or cue. So let's talk about food. I'm hungry. I smell something. My stomach's growling. That's going to prompt me to take action. That routine or action is going to look for the food. Third, the reward is getting the food. What are we rewarding ourselves with? Okay. Now, it goes with our life and how we set ourselves up for success. So what makes up our belief system, which, by the way, psychological studies have shown, and psychologists and psychiatrists will say that by the age of 7, The foundational belief system, our foundational belief system has already been developed. So think about the things that were said to you when you were growing up, right? Are you smart enough? Can you? I don't know. I'm fat. Stop eating that. My dad used to say this to me, y'all. Okay, you'll appreciate this. And I know daddy meant well. He used to tell me, your hands are so rough. Go put some lotion on your hands. Nobody's going to want to hold your hands. How am I going to get you off my payroll? Yeah. Or you better find you a good looking man with some money, because your grades are not going to get you that income you want. Again, listen, I love my dad and I know daddy loves me. Daddy probably could have used different words. Okay. Now, a belief is an ideology or set of principles that help us to interpret our everyday reality. In truth, what are we saying to ourselves? I can't do it. I'm not smart enough. I don't have time in the day to do all of the things that I need to do. Or I see other people being super successful. She sold 50 boxes. I've only sold 10. Number one, don't compare yourself to others. Okay. Appreciate the fact that they did that. Call them up and ask them, what did you do? How did you do that? Instead of comparing who you are and where you're at now to somebody else. That's not fair to you. Stop doing that. Okay. All right. Because here's what we do. You handicap yourself for success and you put up a brick wall that you can't get past. Does that make sense? So how do we knock down that brick wall? By having accountability, by surrounding yourself with people that love you and get you and are going to call BS and tell you, hey, those words you're speaking stink. Spit them out. Let's say words, positive words. Let's have a positive conversation about the things that are going well, the things that you do well, the things that bring you joy, and fill your heart. Kindle joy in your heart. Okay, make sense? Thumbs up, thumbs up. All right, now let's talk about your top 3 categories. These are your annual. These are my annual. Now you see the whiteboard, the glass board behind me. I went and bought this the other day because I've got one here to the right of me. And y'all, I practice what I preach. I've got all of my stuff here on the board. I surround myself with really positive things. So what does this say? She believed she could, so she did. Okay. Surround yourself with positive things. Okay, here are my top 3 annuals. Now, I'm putting them in the category of starting with business first. I want you to know, for me, I start with faith first, family, and domestic bliss, health, all of those things that have to do with family. Okay, 6 kids, 10 grandkids. Oh, and by the way, a girl's expected August 30th. So excited for another baby. Okay. And then financials. All right. So those are my top 3 categories for the year. And I'm a dork. I literally go to Walgreens and buy me a white poster board and then get out a magazine and I'm clipping out pictures and I've got my categories. I write them out. I mean, I have a lot of fun with this. Okay. I'm not a digital person when it comes to a vision board because I do much better when I can look at it. And I write at the top, my vision board. And then I put my top 3 goals in each one of those categories. So for example, under financials, I want to reduce debt by 25%. I want to X amount towards the mortgage. I want to pay off the John Deere tractor because my husband wants another bigger one. I want to, so all of these different things. In 2023, my husband and I were blessed in that we paid his truck off and we paid my car off. So both of our vehicles are paid for. And now we're talking about getting him a new truck and maybe my company buying his truck to use to do other things on the property. Anyway, I digress. But top 3 goals in each one of those categories, okay? Think big picture, big picture. And if you need some help with it, reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to spend a few minutes with you, okay? No matter whose team you're on, okay? All right, now next. Oh, go back. Top 3 categories daily. Daily. Number 1 is income producing activities. Now I want you to think of it like a funnel, all right? So like this. Income producing activity is going to be the most of your activity for the day. So you can drive opportunities and you can drive money into your account and you can drive money for your team members, okay? If we've got money rolling in, we can find a resource to help us clean the house. We can find a resource to come and do different things for us, okay? But income producing activity, and what does that look like? Morning routine. Sound familiar? Morning routine, your daily 10:15 a.m. calls. And accountability, you've got to have accountability. If we don't have accountability, you're missing the boat, okay? And it's got to be with love. And we're going to talk a little bit more about who should you choose, okay? Next, daily, customers and my team. How am I feeding my customers? Who am I touching? How am I touching them? How am I feeding my team? How am I encouraging my team? How am I touching them? What am I touching them with? Okay? Is it text? Is it a video? Whatever that looks like, remember, know who you are and what you're comfortable with. And by the way, try and fail, but don't fail to try. Try new things. Laugh at yourself. Feel silly, and I'm going to use this word, but know that it's coming from the right place. You might feel stupid doing some stuff, but hey, as long as you get the attention of the other person, you make them smile, you make them laugh, and it resonates for them, you did a good thing, okay? Make sense? All right, now, next, domestic bliss. Domestic bliss is going to be scheduling a doctor's appointment. Oh, before I go out the door, I got to take something out of the freezer for dinner. Oh, before I go out the door, I got to start a load of laundry. That way, when I get back, I can throw it in the dryer and get one more done. I'm going to make the bed before I go running out the door. Oh, I got to feed the dogs. Whatever that looks like. I need to schedule a doctor's appointment. I need to schedule a parent-teacher conference. I need to, whatever that looks like. Literally, because I get so busy during the day, I'll forget to call mama. Shame on me. So I write it down. Don't forget to call mama. Or, send my sister a text. Okay. Whatever that looks like. Call and check on my baby and see if she's feeling the baby moving yet. All of these different things, whatever that looks like, but that's domestic bliss, okay? And I like to call it domestic bliss because there are other things that we could call it that aren't as positive. Make sense? Okay, now, here's our success homework. Are you ready? I want you to get a blank sheet of paper out, and I want you to write down at the top, 2023, what went well? 2 columns, personal and professional. What went well? And then next, I want you to ask, what could have been better? And be brutally honest with yourself, because that's going to help you with your identifying truly, realistically, and honestly, true and authentic to yourself. What are your top 3 goals in each one of your annual categories? What will I do differently? What am I going to do more of? What will I do less of? Who will support me? Who are the 3 people? Here's the magical power of 3. Who are the 3 people that I'm going to ask to be my accountability partner? And then I'm going to hold them accountable because I want them to tell me what their goals are so I can support them. And I'm going to tell them what my goals are so they can ask me, hey, how's it going? Okay. Now, something that's very important is this. If you're saying to yourself, I have a full-time job, or I've got so much going on, I need to figure out, this all sounds great, Cynthia, but I need to figure out the time. How am I going to get my calls in? How am I going to build my team? If I want 100 people on my team at the end of 2024, how am I going to do it? Back it up. If I talk to 3 people every single day about the drops, 3 times 7 is what? What's 3 times 7? 21. That's 21 people a week. 21 people a week. If I just make it a point to talk to 3 people every single day, okay? It's that simple. Back it up. So 21 people a week, 21 times 4, 4 times 2 is 8. That's 84. Is it 84 or 85? Math is not my best suit, but you get my picture. That's how many people a month. Now, your closing ratio or your conversion ratio might not be the greatest in the beginning, but I guarantee you the more you do it, the better you're going to get at it. And before you know it, you've exceeded your 100 and it's going to blow your mind. Probably within the end of the second quarter, you will have already hit your goal. How many of you would like to hit your annual goal at second quarter? Oh, me? I would love to. I got goosebumps from head to toe. I'm gonna have to shave my legs today. Okay, now, who will support me? Accountability is about taking care of each other. It's not about micromanagement. It's about holding each other accountable. It's about having a daily touch-in. It's about, hey, I talked to my 3 today and 1 I'm setting up as a brand partner. So that whoever is your accountability partner is celebrating with you because they love you and they're excited for you, okay? Remember not to compare. Don't compare me to someone else. Don't compare you to anyone else. It's unhealthy and it's dangerous for your success and for your positive mindset, okay? Next, who are you choosing? If you're fast-paced, you're missing details. If you would slow down a little bit with a C or an S, they're going to ask you questions and challenge you and frustrate you. That's a good thing. You want them to do that. Because if I plan in advance, I'm going to experience and drive results a lot faster. Now, C's and S's, if you're more passive, if you like to pay more attention to the details, if you want to do more research, that's fantastic. But you need a D and an I in your life because you're going to tend to do analysis by paralysis or paralysis by analysis. You will plan, research, and never pull the trigger. We've got to have someone going, okay, you said you were going to launch this by Friday. That was 2 weeks ago. Where are you at, girl? Come on. Let's do this. You and I are getting on a call tomorrow and we're launching this. We're moving forward. So get a good night's sleep. Okay. We need that. We all have got to have someone that is going to love us and hold us accountable and push us, challenge us, get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Now, the asterisk to that is, I want you to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. But at any point, if you feel sick to your stomach, like you're going to throw up, you need to stop. Take a deep breath, 3 long cleansing breaths, and then come back to it because you're trying to do too much and you're pushing yourself too far. Does that make sense? If that makes sense, give me some thumbs up. Okay. Now, next, try and fail, but don't fail to try. Try new things. You never know. You know, you see somebody, oh my gosh, they sold 50 boxes in a 7-day social media, their first one. What the heck? What did they do? Find out. Get on a call with them. Ask them, what did you do? How did, you know, when someone asks this question, how did you handle it? Okay, learn from them. Ask questions. It's the art of asking questions. Remember I told y'all I have 5 girls and 1 boy? This is where I created the 5 wise women and the man, okay? Who, what, when, where, why. And of course, Joey, how you doing? Okay? How'd you do it? How do you feel doing that? Okay. Makes sense? Next, it's very important that every single day we celebrate the little wins. Remember how I asked you to do the exercise for 2023? At the end of the day, ask yourself, ooh, what went well today? Yeah. Notice I start with the positive, what went well? What could have been better? Not what did I do wrong? What could have been better today? Now, by doing that, you're challenging yourself to address questions, answer questions better, have more meaningful interactions and conversations with people, okay? The other thing is we have got to celebrate little wins, y'all, because if you wait until the end of the year, I mean, it's great to have a great big party, but why not have some, little celebrations? If I add a new brand partner, hey, I'm texting Kristal excited. How about myself, girl, without calling you? Okay. Again, celebrate the little wins. It could be, you're going to have a glass of wine and be a little naughty. Or you're going to buy yourself a pair of earrings, or you've saved enough now that you've added 5 brand partners. Okay, I'm going to buy me that new pair of shoes. I'm going to go get me that pair of Roxy's, whatever that looks like. Now, I practice what I preach. This morning, I've already been asking myself, what went well on this Puerto Rico trip? What did I learn? What did I gain from it? What could have been better for me? Now, I'll also share this. I ended up with bronchitis. I'm in urgent care on Monday morning, determined I'm going to get well, and hacking up half a lung on antibiotics and nasal spray and everything else. I was on that flight. There was no way that this was going to get me down and hold me down and not get me on that trip. You can still hear a little bit of nasally, and you can still hear my coughing. But I made it on that trip, and I was determined to build some relationships and learn from these other incredible women that are experiencing explosive, wonderful success. I wanted to hear their stories. Okay. Now, let's wrap this party up, right? Woo! Now, did I remind you of things that you already know, give you something new to think about, or both? If I gave you both, please put both in the chat, because it's important for me that I was able to give both to you. That's fantastic that I reminded you of things, but I also wanted to give you some new things to challenge you with. So then that way, again, I'm here for you. I know this stuff, I practice it. And when I'm coaching and working with clients, I hold them accountable to this. A lot of my clients, the men, will say I'm their work wife and hold them accountable, because I will nag them. I mean, I'll text you, and if you don't respond to my text, I will call you. Okay. And then of course the ladies are like, I love you, sister. You're like my big sister, going, hey, did you clean your room? Hey, did you get your homework done? Hey girl. Hey girl. Okay. So, hey girl. Hey guy. What'd you get out of this? Okay. It's all about you. It's all about you. Now, these were our 3 objectives. I wanted you to think about and get to know and fall in love again, all over again, me, myself, and I. Know who you are, know what your pace is, and know what your priorities are, okay? Understand what had the components of habits and our belief systems, what make them up, and then what your habits are naturally and how it's associated with your personality. So then that way you can choose the right accountability partner to add into your life. And then very importantly, what are your top 3 categories of focus for 2024? And then what are your daily top 3 categories to propel you towards success? Now, selfishly, I'm going to ask you to follow me on social media, but very importantly, would you friend me on Facebook? Because my Facebook account got hacked 3 weeks ago, and I had it for 15 years, and Facebook disabled it, and I'm rebuilding. So could we be friends, please? And then next, I'll invite you to pick up a copy of The Magical Power of 3, A Roadmap to Success, Wealth, and Happiness. If you pick up a copy, I will send you a link to my calendar, and my gift to you, we will schedule a 30-minute success coaching session, and it will be all about you and your success, okay? Next, time and attention are priceless. So I want to say thank you very much for your time today and paying attention and investing in you. This is the beginning of something incredible for you. So God bless you. I look forward to celebrating and hearing all about your success in the calls to come. So there we go, y'all.
Oh my goodness. I am telling you what, do you guys understand why she's just amazing? And I know that, like, do you have any, I'm going to throw you under the bus. What questions do you have for Cynthia? Anything?
I really don't have any questions. I have an encouragement for everybody out there. You need to watch this again. I encourage you really to make this part of your daily routine, at least for like the next 7 days. Just watch it over and over. I'm pretty sure you'll get a golden nugget every time you rewatch this. I know Kristal's going to put it some places. I'm going to put it some places. This recording this going to be phenomenal. This just changed my life. I have about 3 pages of notes.
Look, I got my mic. Drop the mic.
That's right. I want you guys to know, obviously Cynthia gave you a lot of information, and there might be in those different personalities, there's those like Anthony, who's like, let's go with everything she just said. I've got all these notes. I'm ready to roll. And then, like she said, there's some of you who are like literally frozen in your seat. Like, I'm doing everything wrong. I don't know my habits. You guys, this is no different than what we're doing with the drops. You have to start with small steps. No matter how fast you run, or how slow you walk, or maybe crawl, you still have to take a step.
Just start. Start.
You just simply have to start. And that start, Cynthia, if they were going to take their first step, for those people who might be spinning and dizzy, what's their first step they need to do?
Your morning routine. Sit down and write out your morning routine. And you can write it out in as many details as you'd like. For example, alarm goes off at 7:02, I tinkle. Whatever that looks like for you. But identifying what are your habits in the morning? So then that way you can modify them. First thing is being aware. But number one is your morning routine. Number one is your morning routine, because then the rest will flow. You'll get excited, and then you'll want to take a look at, you know what I mean, reflect and review to renavigate for 2024. And then you can start working on your 2024 goals.
I love it. So you put up the QR code to grab the magical power of 3. So because our team that you were going to speak to knows what magical power of 3 is. If I was to synopsis what the magical of 3 book is, can you synopsis for these amazing people what your book is, what the magical power of 3, because we just went smack dab into it and I didn't really explain that well enough. Can you share with them?
Yes, it's literally how learning self-awareness about who you are. Chapter 2 is all about Carpe Diem, your morning routine, and I give you examples of successful people, what they do every day. Chapter 3 are the 3 brains, so understanding our belief system and how we make decisions, no matter what our personality is. So all throughout the book is about personalities. All throughout the book, it's talking about ways in which for you to leverage who you are to drive success, but very importantly, ways to create a roadmap. So then that way you are driving success as you define it for you, tailored and customized all for you.
Can you share your screen with the QR code on it real quick?
Yes, I will.
And if you've got your phone, people, take a pic. And if you're on your phone, take a screenshot. And if you're on your computer, Mac, you hit Shift Command 5 at the same time and it captures a screenshot. And if you got something that's not a Mac, I don't know how to use those silly things. Matt, Anthony's laughing at me. Oh, screenshot. All right. Cynthia, thank you so much again. You guys, she literally found out she was doing this with 20 minutes. And so what that shows you is that Cynthia really does do these things, because look how quickly she was able, her talk, like she's one of us. She's going nowhere. You'll be able to reach out to her. Please friend her on Facebook. Feel free to message her.
Yes.
You're going
We're
to
friends
see,
now.
we're friends now, and you're going to see Cynthia climbing the ranks, her and her team here at Partner Co. And what I want you guys to realize is, as much as Cynthia is a star, so are you. We're all better together. Every single one of us has a trait, has a talent that only you can bring to this group, to this family, to this team. What is it that you have that you can share over the next weeks, months, seasons? Anthony and Todd and Brent and I were talking about this morning through all of these things. We want to start highlighting other people's talents that are in here, because you guys didn't even know Cynthia had all this knowledge in her little head. And now you do. Because when she was ready, God went, when God was ready, he went, and the spotlight's on her. You're going to have your season. You're going to have your time. So get ready. Who here knows they have a talent that God has given them? Give me a 1 in the chat if you know you have something to share with the world. And that's part of the reason that you're here. That is why you keep doing the things she taught you today, because that doesn't happen if you don't have the platform to shine. That's what we are. We're better together. We give each other a place to shine. And I cannot wait to see you guys in Panama City Beach in just a few weeks, because that is where we come together and we get to see each other and we all get to shine collectively. Who's got their rooms? Who needs a ticket still? Who's like, oh my gosh, I can't be forgotten on this Panama City trip? Anthony, you want to take her screen share down? I think we're safe to go back to the group so everybody can see each other. This is time. Panama City is going to be the biggest event in the field that we've ever had. It is jam-packed. You should see the speakers list. Are you going? If you are not going, I want to make you uncomfortable right now. I want to be your accountability coach and say, why? If this could be the time that it all came together and all the pieces flipped over for you, why would you not be there? And sometimes, right, I used to be told all excuses are equal, because it ends up with the same result. And the result is you're simply not going. And you're going to miss the information. So if there is a will, there is a way. If you have the will and the desire to go, heaven and earth will move for you to be at that event. So do you want to go? If you want to go right now, give me a heart in the chat. Because every single one of us that's going, if your name pops up there going, I need some extra prayers to figure out the will to go. I want to go. And I need heaven and earth to move for me so I can go. We're standing behind every single one of you who says that, who's like, I'm going. I want to go. I want people to go with me. Okay. And for all of those, just one big quick shout out. Circle of Health posted, it's pinned to the featured. We've got the next challenge starting February 29th. All the details are in the link. There's a video you can watch. This one is super special. It costs a little bit more, but I guarantee you it's worth 190 times more than what is charging for it. We have an actual counselor coming in 4 times teaching you how to make your mind and your body work together. All right, Anthony, any last words from you?
The only thing I'm gonna say is take action. You got to take action. All this information that Cynthia just shared with you, if you don't take action, it will mean nothing. It will mean nothing. It's just information. It is. You have to take action. Oh, what is that, Kristal, you got there? She believed she could, and then she did. So she did. She believed she could, so she did. You guys take action. I encourage you to get this to your team. I know some people's teams were busy. They were at work. When this recording goes up, you get it to every single person on your team and you encourage them to watch it. And you set a time to get back with them. Say, hey, you going to watch it? Okay, when are you going to watch it? Okay, because I'm getting back with you because you said you're going to watch it at this time. Take action and get everybody on your team to watch it. That's my action step for everybody. But hey, everybody, we love you guys. I'm going to stop the recording so y'all can tell Cynthia how awesome she is. And I'm also going to hit the unmute button here.